Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so you sent us a really interesting stack of sources this time, all around language, culture, social trends, and you wanted a quick, focused look at something, well, deeply relatable.
That feeling, right? The one we all know.
Yeah.
That sort of Sunday evening dread.
Exactly, the Sunday scaries. And one source really zoomed in on this.
Uh-huh. It took us into Hiligaynon, or Ilonggo,
Yeah,
spoken in the Philippines, and specifically this idea of Ilonggo slang, saying Domingo, Sunday slang.
right. It's amazing how language can just crystallize a feeling.
And this source gives us a fantastic example, a phrase that supposedly captures that precise moment, when the weekend vibe just evaporates.
Okay, so that's our mission today. We're not doing the whole overview, we're diving straight into this one phrase. The source says it's the key to understanding that feeling.
The official declaration, apparently, it's Kapoy Tapusan tanani.
Kapoy nako, tapusan tanani. All right, let's break that down. What makes that little sentence tick? So for you listening, let's get the literal meaning first. Word for word, what are we looking at with kapoy nako, tapusan tanani?
Okay, literally, it's pretty simple. I'm tired. Let's finish this now.
I'm tired, let's finish this. Seems straightforward enough. Like I could say that after gardening.
You could.
Yeah.
But the source is really clear in this context. On a Sunday night, it's way more than just being tired. It's a declaration.
A declaration, okay. The source calls it a declaration of surrender, doesn't it? Or demanding an immediate end. That sounds pretty intense for just being tired.
Exactly. That's the crucial part. This kapoy, the tiredness, it isn't like muscle fatigue from a run.
Right.
It's the psychological exhaustion, that heavy feeling when you just know the weekend's over and Monday is looming.
Okay. So it's that specific kind of tired. The mental shutdown.
Precisely. The source describes it almost like your brain's energy reserves just hitting zero because, well, playtime's over.
It's like your mind knows it needs to start prepping for the week, but it's just resisting, putting its foot down.
Yeah, it's that anxiety manifesting as profound tiredness. And what's fascinating is how the source ties this feeling to a specific cultural moment. It's not just anytime Sunday.
Oh, yeah, this part was great. It pinpoints it, right? Around 7 p.m. Philippine time.
Uh-huh. But even more specific than the clock time.
It's when the linaga is digested. I love that detail.
Isn't that brilliant? Linaga, for those unfamiliar, is this usually quite a rich, hearty, boiled super stew, often beef or pork. It's proper Sunday comfort food. Heavy stuff.
So picture this. You've had this big, comforting family meal. You're feeling full, relaxed, maybe slumped on the sofa.
Totally content, maximum relaxation achieved.
And then, boom. As your body finishes processing that meal, maybe around that 7 p.m. mark, the mental reality of Monday just crashes down.
Yes. The physical state of comfort somehow makes the impending mental shift back to work or responsibility feel even more jarring, more dreadful.
So that post-meal slump combines with the clock ticking towards Monday.
And triggers this very specific, deep psychological kapoy. That's the engine driving the second part of the phrase.
The demand to just stop everything.
Exactly. That second part. Tapason tanani. Let's finish this now. It's not a suggestion. It's a command.
Right. And the source emphasizes immediate drama-free end. Why is that part so important for the whole Sunday Scaries vibe?
Well, what do you think? Why the urgency, the need for it to be drama-free?
My take is it's like preventing the slow creep of anxiety. Sunday dread doesn't usually hit like a truck, right? It sort of seeps in, ruining those last few hours.
Good point. It poisons the end of the weekend.
So maybe saying tapusan tanani is like drawing a line in the sand. It's saying, okay, I'm calling it now. Before the dread gets worse, let's just end the weekend cleanly.
I like that. It turns passive suffering into an active choice. You're taking control, in a way.
Yeah, and that's where the slang aspect is so powerful, like the source says.
Definitely. It's incredibly efficient. You don't need a long, drawn-out conversation about existential angst and the transition back to work.
You just drop the phrase.
And boom. Everyone who shares that culture instantly gets the complex feeling you've just expressed. It's a shortcut.
And the source shows how shared it is through the social media context, right? The prompts people use.
Oh, yeah, that part's great. The classic prompt is apparently, Sino ang makahambal sinisubong?
Which means,
Who can say this right now?
So it's like a public roll call for the exhausted.
Pretty much. And then the instruction is often to tag a friend who is, and I quote, 100% kapoy right now.
It's like group commiseration, validating the feeling together.
Totally. Shared misery, linguistically enabled. And the typical responses the source mentions are also really telling. They basically split people into two camps.
Yeah, the acceptors and the fighters.
Kind of. You've got the acceptance crowd. Their response is usually something simple like, "Hugid."
Meaning?
Yes, absolutely. Or totally. They're done. They've surrendered to the feeling. They just want peace and quiet, maybe an early night.
They're ready for the drama-free end.
Exactly. They've embraced the Kapoy. But then,
Then you have the others, the ones still clinging on.
the resistance. Their response is defiant. Hindi pa. Nakapipako.
Hindi pa. Nakapipako. Let me guess. Not yet.
I had coffee.
Coffee! But they're kapoy, they're tired. Why coffee if you want to wind down? That seems counterproductive for Monday morning?
Right. But it's not about being productive now. It's about fighting the feeling itself.
So the coffee isn't to, like, get work done Sunday night.
No. It's chemical warfare against the end of the weekend. It's trying to artificially extend the awake or leisure state, even if it means you're absolutely wrecked on Monday.
It's pushing back against the kapoy even when the linaga is digested and the clock's ticking.
Exactly. It's that last stand against the inevitable, choosing future pain to avoid present dread.
Wow. Okay, so that one phrase, kapoy nako, tapos ang tanani, and those two typical responses.
They really do map out the whole emotional landscape of a Sunday night, don't they? The specific feeling, the timing, the social sharing, the different ways people cope.
It's incredibly precise. A neat little linguistic package for a universal experience. #tag outro. So wrapping this up, we took this one snippet of Ilonggo slang, kapoy nako, tapos ang tanani, and it turns out it's this remarkably dense piece of cultural code.
Yeah, it's not just I'm tired. It's about a specific time, a specific physical state post-Linaga around 7 p.m., and a specific psychological state.
And it includes an action demanding that immediate drama-free stop to everything, basically to head off the Sunday scaries before they fully kick in.
It really is, as the source implies, the official linguistic signal for when the weekend is done. And thinking bigger, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, how many other feelings do we all experience, these really specific universal moments, but we just fumble around trying to describe them?
Because we haven't quite nailed the perfect phrase for it yet.
Exactly. We use paragraphs when maybe somewhere there's a culture that's already distilled it down to a few perfect words, like this one. A phrase that doesn't just describe, but maybe even offers a kind of solution, like tapos ang tanani. Let's just end it now.
That's a great point. That precision is really something. So, here's something for you to think about. What's the phrase in your language, or even just your own personal slang, for that exact feeling? That moment you declare the weekend over and just demand a mental shutdown. Does your language have that perfect shortcut?
Worth thinking about. You might uncover your own little linguistic gem.
Definitely. Give it some thought.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.